Hello everyone and welcome to the Colbert Vape Report. I am your host Tan Colbert, and today we have another new product from Joyetech. Today we have the eGrip. Now what is the eGrip? Well, it's an all-in-one device. You fill from this device, you charge from it, and you fill it, and your atomizer is all included in here. So, let's see what Joyetech says about this. The eGrip presents a cigarette case shape and adds new features along with the compact size. Its stainless steel body incorporates the atomizer and battery, boasting not only a transparent liquid window, which is right there, but also a 360-degree regulation ring to adjust output wattage, which is right here. It adjusts from 8 to 20 watts, and it also has airflow control with a little screw, which we'll talk about later, and it also uses a dedicated atomizer head at 1.5 ohms resistance. Now this is 46 mils by 20 mil by about 100 mil, and I will compare this to, if I can get my screen here, there we go. I will compare this to the MVP. Nope. There we go. You can see the difference there with the drip tip. It's about as tall as the MVP. And it's pretty much just as wide as the MVP, just a little bit more wide. And it's about the same weight, even though it's filled with liquid. So keep that in mind. This holds 3.6 mils of juice. It has a 1400 mAh battery. And it's a variable wattage device. Now, how does it vape? Well, we'll see. First I'll do, this is with the airflow pretty much all the way open. You can see that little bitty screw there, which we'll talk about here in a second. That is the adjustable airflow. It pulls in air from the bottom, from that little hole there. So first I'll do, this is at the full 20 watts, I'll do a mouth to lung hit. And now I do a full lung hit. So yeah, it's not bad for a little all-in-one device. It doesn't put out as much as, say, my mech mod does. But for what it is, I mean, because that's 0.2 ohms, and this is 1.5 ohms at 20 watts, and that's, I don't know how much. It's pretty respectable. It's not a bad device. It reminds me of like a cargo tank. I'll show you whenever I do the close-ups. You know what? Let's do that right now. To the close-ups we go. Alright, so here we are. We are back, and we are with the eGrip from Joyetech. You can see it's a pretty sleek little device. Very small, very compact. There is the translucent window. I believe that is glass. Right here is where you fill in your liquid. You just flip up this little tab here. There we go. You see that little hole right there? You just stick your fluid in there. Fill it right up, close your tab, make sure it's locked, and you are good to go. You have the Joyetech logo over here on the bottom. You have your USB charging port down here on the bottom. You have your air intake and your atomizer base. Now they say to use a coin to remove the atomizer, so I will do that for you here. Alright, so you can see down in there, so the atomizer sits, the top of the atomizer goes into that tube goes up to the mouthpiece, and you are cooking. Now, here is the atomizer, almost on the floor. You can see we have, it's like a little cardo style. We have a little pipe in the middle. We have 4 little air holes around the sides. We have a O-ring here and an O-ring on the inside. And I believe that there is some filler material inside of here that would act just like a cargo tank. And yes, I'm right. If you can see on the sides there a little bit, there is filler material surrounding the middle coil. So it does act like a cargo tank would. Right. Let's put this, screw this bottom back on here. Now, I could see this as a pro and a con, because these are proprietary coils. So that means you would have to order the coils from Joyetech. But if you're using this as a beginner device or just a little stealth vape device, I think it would work very well. Here we have the wattage adjustment knob. You can see it goes from, it's a little hard to see on camera there because it's a little chromy. We have 8 watts. It goes up in 1.5 watt increments all the way up to 20 watts. You see when you fire, you get a blue light. Just like that, and the variable wattage light goes up. I've been using this pretty much exclusively at 20 watts. As long as you're not chain vaping, the cartomizer does hold up, but if you're going to be chain vaping, I would recommend 17 watts or lower because it can be hard to keep up with vaping. Now, to power on, it's your regular 5 clicks powered off. 5 clicks. It's 8 to 20 watts. And here on the side, this little bitty screw here, that is your air control. I don't know if I have a screwdriver small enough, because this is one of the cons with this device. I think I can just use my fingernail. Yes, I can. Okay, so this is how you adjust your airflow. You move this little screw in or out. Now for me, I prefer to just leave the screw all the way out. However, if you do that, it can leak a little bit of juice out the bottom. Now, I'm not talking about it pouring juice out of the bottom. I'm talking you pick up the mod and there's just a little wet spot down by the air hole. Now, you can see just how tiny that screw is. It fits down in that hole. Teeny tiny. That's a dime for comparison. That screw is tiny. Joyetech, I would like to see your airflow redesigned. That screw, I've already lost it once in my 2 weeks of having this device, but I found it luckily in my carpet. But that's something to keep in mind. If you like open airflow, just take the screw out. Yeah, you'll get a little bit of juice coming out of this, but the vape is much better with open airflow to me. But if you like a closed off draw, you're more than welcome to take the screw and screw it all the way in. So that's going to go over here because I'm not putting it back in there. So that's how you adjust your airflow. I showed you how to adjust to replace the atomizer and fill liquid. Charging, it charges from the USB port on the bottom, and it can be used as a pass-through. Note, when it's charging, the button light will flash 5 times and flash slowly while charging, and it'll stay illuminated when the device is fully charged. When the battery charge is 60% or above, the indicator light will stay on, and when it's lower than 60, the indicator light will flash continuously. The faster the indicator light flashes means the lower your battery is. If the battery voltage is lower than 3.3 volts, the button light will flash 40 times, and the device will shut down automatically. It has atomizer protection. If the button's held down for longer than 10 seconds, it will disable. If a short occurs, the button light will flash continuously, and it has short circuit protection. Now, that's really all there is to say about this device. They do have a warranty over manufacturer defects, like most Joyetech products do. Like I said, there are some pros, there are some cons. But let's go back out to the regular view, talk on it, vape on it, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Now, I did forget to mention this does come with a USB charger and a wall adapter. They sent me the EU charger, so I couldn't use it, but I could use the USB plug just fine. Those are universal. So, pros and cons. Pros, it's an all-in-one device. You can fill it from the device, you can charge it from the device, you can vape from the device. Everything's right here. Cons, it's an all-in-one device. The atomizer head is proprietary to this device. So, if the atomizer ever goes out, and your spare goes out, you have to go to Joyetech for your coils. I do not know how much they will cost. I do not know how much this device will cost. And I do not know where you'll be able to find the coils. I doubt you'll be able to find them at your local B&Ms. It will probably be online only. Another con. the airflow. Yes, I know it's just a single coil, but I would like a more airy draw. I prefer lung hits, not mouth-to-lung hits, and the adjustment screw is so tiny you can lose it very, very easily. Pros. You can put pretty much any drip tip in here you want. This is not the stock drip tip, by the way. I don't know where the stock drip tip went because I took it out because I didn't like it. More pros. It goes from 8 to 20 watts. If you like a warmer vape, you can go up to 20 watts. However, it's hard to chain vape off 20 watts because it is a cardo. It can get dry hits. Another pro. It holds quite a bit of liquid, almost 4 mils, and you can see your liquid inside your little window, so you know when you need to fill up. You can charge it via USB, and it's a pass-through. Really, what I see this being used for is a beginner device, somebody who just wants something simple. They just put an atomizer in there, they flip up this little tab to put their juice in, and they vape, and they're ready to go. So I'm hoping this will be a cheaper device. I do not have any pricing yet from Joyetech, but this is what I see this being. Do I see myself using this all the time? No. Do I see me using it if I need a stealth vape? Well, yeah, because I can pretty much hide it in my hand. Just get a quick little vape, get my nicotine fix, and I'd be good to go. So that's my 2 uses I see for this. For the experienced users that need a stealth vape, because it's only 1400 mAh, even at 20 watts, that battery life's not going to last you a very long time. And secondly, I see it as a beginner device, somebody who wants something simple. All they have to do is put their atomizer in, fill it up with juice, and when they're ready to charge it, plug it in, and it's very maintenance-free until the head goes out. I do not see a way to rebuild these heads, unfortunately, but like I said, hopefully Joyetech will have heads available here shortly. So all in all, for an advanced user device, I do not recommend this. For beginners, I highly recommend this because it's very easy to use. It's a good starter device. I can recommend it for beginners, and I can recommend it for people who want a stealth vape system. An all-in-one stealth vape system, something you can keep in your car. Say you forgot your mod, like, oh shit, I forgot my mech mod. Hey, I forgot I had this eGrip in the glove box. And you still get your nicotine fix. So, overall, not bad, not too shabby. I'd give it probably a 7 out of 10 because of the issues it does have with the proprietary atomizer, with the pretty tight airflow. If the atomizers come out to be pretty cheap and the mod itself comes out to be pretty cheap, that rating might go up. But as it stands right now, 7.5, good for beginners, not for experienced vapors, and good for a stealth vaping device. Alright guys, this has been Tank Colbert of the Colbert Vape Report. I hope you enjoyed this video of the Joyetech eGrip. I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, happy vaping.